G'day world, Chris Hogan coming to you live from Rise Hop Conference here in Hong Kong. Thanks to our partners, Invest HK and Start Me Up HK. And I'm here with Head of Start Me Up HK, Jane Chen. How are you?
I'm good. It's a fantastic, buzzy event, and it's all happening, so it's a lot of fun.
Was anybody expecting a Scottish accent out of Start Me Up HK?
I know. Always freaks everyone out, actually, yeah. But I am Chinese, I also speak Chinese. But yes, grew up in Scotland, so a very strong Scottish accent.
I love it. I love the Scottish accent. So, how does Invest HK and Start Me Up HK differ from one another?
So basically what Invest Hong Kong is that we are a government agency, and what we do is support overseas companies setting up in Hong Kong. So anything like if you need a partner just to hold your hand when you're launching in a new city like Hong Kong, we can do that. We help you to advise you on how to set up an operation, hiring staff, applying for work visas, opening bank accounts. So this is a dedicated department focused on doing that, and in Hong Kong we've got 9 different sector teams focused on industries ranging from transport, hospitality, the works. And it can range from these really big multinationals like GE, for example, when they launched here, to, the 1 or 2 main kind of startup companies. Now, specifically, I looked after the startup sector, and what we do is we work alongside our traditional sector teams, because startups, frankly, can come into any one of these sectors, because technology side is changing everything. It really is. It's no longer, in fact, we're not even going to talk about tech startups that much anymore going forward. I think it really is. It's just going to be so ubiquitous and pervasive in these kind of these industries. But at this moment in time, we work alongside our sector team colleagues, and what we do is provide a startup specific information. And for example, if you're a tech startup in the AI kind of side and you are in healthcare, we might want to connect you to different kind of like government departments that you want to connect with. You might want to find out what kind of grants are available for AI development and all these kind of all this information that may be useful for you to actually either build up your business or get connected to different people, or even get an idea of what kind of funds are available before you decide on where to make your regional office. So we're here to do that. One of the other hats that we do wear is also promoting Hong Kong as a startup hub overseas. So that's why we're at events like this. It so happens like this event, this fantastic Rise event, is in Hong Kong. But we also participate in Collision, Web Summits and TechCrunch and all these other kind of events as well, just to talk about the opportunities that Hong Kong has. So I think sometimes people are not aware of like the dynamism of Asia, and Hong Kong and China specifically with regards to tech. And we want to just go out there and tell people a little bit more about, for example, some of the smart city opportunities. We have big contracts and big tenders, and we're really looking for tech to help us realise some of that. And all these kind of things. So this is what our department is set up to do.
It's fantastic. God, your inbox must be so flooded.
It's pretty packed out. It's pretty packed out.
So I guess from a startup point of view, I'm coming to HK. Yeah. Of course, I can ask you about what can I do and how can you connect me, but what is the preparation that I should be doing before coming if I want to set up a company and bank accounts and etc.?
So if you're a tech company, any company, whether you're tech or whether you're SME, even when you're large corporate, you need to do a bit of homework. You need to understand that wherever that next expansion point that you're looking into is really relevant for your business. You may think you've got a fantastic solution, and in your home country it may be the case, but different kind of countries and cities have little quirks and inherent cultures that they buy things differently, they use things differently, and that spans tech as well. So what you have to do is to really look at, okay, what kind of people am I trying to address? Who are my target audiences, and where are the biggest problems that these kind of solutions are more prevalent in? All these kind of things, what kind of company you're in, you would need to look into that a little bit more. We do have like 30 overseas offices as well, so if you're only at a very preliminary stage of, I'm looking for expansion into Asia, where would be a good place, and you may be looking at several different city options, our overseas offices can provide you with a level of information. So, you want to get a cost model of how much it would be to run an office here, to hire 2 people, where can I hire those kind of people, what kind of licensing am I required, especially if you're in an area where it's quite tightly regulated, like insurtech, fintech, those kind of spaces, health tech. You need to look at whether your product or service can actually meet those regulations regulatory requirements as well. So our overseas office does provide some of that kind of support. But there's nothing like actually going to a place and checking it out under the premise of like a startup event like this. Actually gives you a pretty good insight of what's happening in that specific city, and talk to some of the people who are attending, whether they're potential customers, whether they're potential co-founders, whether they're potential investors, just to really understand and get an insight. And then based on that, when you think like, okay, this is really the kind of things that I think potentially I should explore further, then come and talk to us. We will get you connected to more deeply embedded people in that specific industry, and then you can find out then whether it's appropriate. On some of the other kind of cities also have soft landing programs in Hong Kong. So, for example, the Nordics will be setting up the Nordic Innovation House in Hong Kong in the third or fourth quarter of this year. And what they are, this is like a soft landing program to support entrepreneurs and startups in 4 Nordic countries. And they basically come to Hong Kong. They leverage the soft landing program where people connect them and open the doors to those kind of networks, especially in areas like China, where it's a little bit maybe of an unknown for some of the people outside of Asia, and how it operates business-wise. So, you leverage those kind of programs, leverage your consulate, your trade commissioners are here to support you. And you could, startups especially, I think, don't leverage that enough, and they are a fantastic font of knowledge and insights and networks to tap into.
That's amazing. That's amazing that departments like you exist, because it is daunting. And coming to an event like this, you do get an insight into how dynamic the ecosystem is.
Yeah.
And potentially you can test your idea in a space like this first.
Yep.
But I think being prepared, having those conversations with your external officers would be a great start also.
Yeah. So look us up. We are Invest HK. We have the startmeup.hk website as well. If you're looking for all kinds of information, whether it's on funding, just even the news and the events that are happening in this kind of space in Hong Kong, and then based on that, maybe decide which might be a good option for you to try and visit, and then tie it in, connect with us, and we'll see what we can do to support.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, Jane. Thanks very much for all of you for watching. Thanks so much to Verizon for having us here also. And we're live on facebook.com/Beach City Live. We're also on YouTube and LinkedIn. Just search for Beach City. Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.